Yoshito. There he is.
I made it.
La 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 la. We're like matching with we're gothic today with our little black shirts on.
I have my Nev Campbell shirt on. I'll see if I can try to stand up, but I am usually stuck in my little corner. It's not Scream Nev Campbell. It's like 90.
Hello, grease balls. Welcome to The Grease, where we overanalyze RuPaul's Drag Race. Season 17, episode 12, I think?
Yeah, this is 12.
I'm your host, Princess Capella, joined by none other than Yoshida. Okay, well, let's get into it. Last week, Anya Nerve wins, third win of the season, with Lydia Collins and Lana Jarre fighting it out in the lip sync for your life. Lydia Collins goes home. So how do you feel going into this week with the bottoming of Lydia and Lana yet again?
Well, I'm sort of at this point like, is Lana going to do anything or is she just going now? Like what is the real tea here? I didn't really have a lot of optimism for what she was going to do or if she would be able to like keep going at all.
Mm-hmm.
And she even kind of the way that she was talking, she kind of came off that way. Like she could sort of see the writing on the wall. She's like, if I'm in the bottom, I am like gone. Goodbye. Um, and then the lip sync camp, which we'll get to, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
For Lana to actually cement her place in the competition at this point, she'd have to win like every single following episode. Other than that, it's not looking too great. The writing's kind of on the wall there, and it's like at that point, what do you do? Like how do you keep pushing through that?
Yeah, it was like the same struggle that Shea Coulee had on the All Winner season when she didn't know she could win 3 stars for the talent show. She was like, do I like get next week off?
Right. Should I just throw kind of thing?
And we have Anya very clearly running into the lead, kind of like the only queen with 3 wins and the only other, what I think Sam and, was it Sam? Does Sam have 2 wins now?
Sam and Susie.
Sam and Susie, but Susie hasn't won in a minute. And I think for Sam now at this point. So, yeah, Anya's really kind of pulling ahead and I'm happy about it.
We are doing gay Mad Libs for our mini challenge, which Jules won this mini challenge with her Mad Lib kind of story for Susie Toot. Who do you think excelled in this?
Definitely Jules and Anya. Like, I think it just showed kind of like how not clever Lexi was. And it really, really showed how good that like Anya and Jules can be, like when they have a few minutes to think about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like especially Anya's was hilarious when she was talking about her adding the culture and something truly blackish. I was literally rolling on the ground dying.
Yeah, I don't think I have laughed that hard at Drag Race in a very long time because of the fucking Aunt Jemima. Oh my God. Like Anya just making Lexi get up there and say that was hysterical. I think personally that Anya did better than Jules. And I stand by that.
She made me laugh more.
Yes.
I do think.
Lexi's Mad Libs were so awkward. Yeah. And I was even trying to think, like, could they have edited in like some sound effects or something to make this funnier?
Blending their styles with a touch of hot dog water to create something truly repugnant.
No, I don't think you could save that. And I also do love how Anya kind of brought up the fact that everyone was being kind of shady, saying that Susie should have gone home on the runway because it's like, that wasn't really the question, but at the same time, they're all kind of doubling down on it.
Well, and also it's interesting to me that everybody said send Susie home when Anya, I think, is the more clear front runner.
And Susie even said that too, which is, it's a completely true and fair point. It's like, okay.
What's great about those jokes is that if you're the only person in the room who can make a joke like that, you should, because we all want to joke about it. That is so true. Yeah, like we all want to be included in the culture, and that's a great way to do it.
Oh my god, that was so funny though. It was
She's
really
so
good.
rotted. Okay.
Yeah, it was, and the mini challenge was kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah, I thought it was. I always like when they do kind of out there mini challenges. It's like one of the things I like about the international seasons is they get like very weird shit, like smashing soup pots or whatever the fuck is going on in Drag Race Philippines at any given moment.
The boom that they had on Drag Race France.
Oh no, not that fucking song. That song is fucking haunts me still. What was that? Like, why does that song
I
exist?
don't know. I don't know, but I like to sing it for you every chance I get.
You're so fucking evil.
Ah, that
Lexi's
is
doubled
so
down.
old.
Jules and Sam are just doing a bit. I think that's a good way to look at it.
Because Jules wins the mini challenge, she again gets to decide the running order, which she does play with the idea of being a nasty little mama again.
She should
Which I would too.
have.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only
At the
6 of
end?
them, so like, and the order did not matter whatsoever. But you could have gotten in somebody's head a little bit.
Yeah. You sure could have, especially Lexi.
Yeah, especially Lexi. Especially if
Stiff
Susie was
fruit.
like ready to like roll with it. You could really fuck with Lexi. So the queens are paired up for the See You next Tuesday monologues. They have to write a monologue based on a prompt, and then their scene partner does an interpretive dance.
Which is like, what? Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate that we're trying to kind of bring new formats to Drag Race, like introduce new ideas or whatever. But is this really what I'm getting instead of a girl group challenge?
Oh, it truly, truly is. Because 6 would have been the perfect number of girls
It
to
would
have
have.
a small little fun girl group challenge without giving away 10 wins.
Yeah. There was no way Jules was doing it. She was genuinely traumatized from the backlash. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
They were
funny.
evil.
Arietti was a monster. I had to
God.
take it out on gay people.
Yeah, first mate Kate farted at yoga class, so now she has to take out her anger and frustration on the gays. Our first pairing is Susie Toots with the topic. I learned, or what? It's learned that the hard way is Susie's prompt.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
gives us this like story about a spelling bee.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yes.
Which I did relate to because I was in a spelling bee and I also thought it was hot shit and I also failed on an easy word because I was nervous.
What do you remember the word?
Ambition. Anyway, Suzanne Tootis.
Suzanne Tootis.
Here's my thought here. I think Suzanne Tootis did not understand the assignment.
Really? Okay. What makes you say that?
Because and I literally wrote this down, reveal yourself using heart and humor. That was the directive that they were given for the challenge. There was nothing funny about this. This was like a heartwarming kind of like slice of life, I learned a lesson type of thing, which was half of what it was supposed to be. And I think it was like okay for what it was, but I don't think it fit the challenge.
I think that both Jules and Susie was like, okay, I think nobody was super funny. I think all the queens leaned a little bit more serious with these two being more on the serious side. I mean, this gave me a little bit more vagina monologues, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
they are a little bit more serious. And I do think Susie kind of tried to bring the humor with the misspelled words type thing. It was cute, but where I think Susie failed was the dancing for Jules' bit. It was a little bit too stiff. It wasn't interpretive, dance, which is like, I don't think what we're looking for here, it really is, interpretive dancing. It's like what people consider interpretive dancing, like what Squidward does type shit. You know what I mean? Like we're looking for
Yeah.
you to just look like an idiot and dance badly. Like that's what we're looking for
Yeah.
here. And I think that
Yeah.
Susie, she didn't bring it in her face. She didn't bring enough humor to the dance. So overall, I had put her in B tier.
I put Susie in
Cut your fucking wigs up.
Wow.
And I did that because I felt like Jules did better.
She definitely did better for dancing. Oh, whoops. I'm leaking our next segment, you guys.
Oh my God.
Susie's monologue was better. Jules' dance was better. I 100% agree with that.
I say C.
You say C. I think B.
All right. We have to have a tiebreaker.
B tier for Susie. We have the return of the ugly ass dress.
Runwazzle.
Runwazzle. Oh, I feel like we haven't said Runwazzle in forever. This is truly garish.
Like, honestly, the only thing I want to say about this in a good light is that it is nail on the head, perfect for this runway.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. I never thought we would see Susie 2 in yellow face.
It's so bad.
I am grossing this all to high hell, but it is right for what this was. I think it was.
See, that's the thing is like, how do we judge this segment? Because the dresses are ugly and like this is like hideous. So, I mean, it hits the prompt for sure. The hair and makeup is truly heinous.
It's vile.
It is vile. Drew, yes.
So we'll
love to see her in different hair.
Like a gross for the look and then like an A for anus.
Yeah. Well, I think that I think you're aiming for a gross this week.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I think, you know what? It's opposite day.
It's opposite day.
Definitely ugly.
Yeah. I think this will get a gross too because it truly is vile.
It is vile. It's horrible.
She looks like some sort of cursed Simpson character.
Cursed.
The prompt itself is ugly.
I love Jules. I really do.
She's very heartwarming. Okay, so Jules was out of this world, was supposed to be like a paranormal story.
Yeah, it wasn't really paranormal, but I do think it was like the idea was like good enough for this, I guess. Like I feel like she spun it enough to be like, "Oh, okay, whatever, that worked." I do feel like it was on the same kind of vibe as like there wasn't really a lot of like humor comedy that went along with it. But that, like you said before, I think her dancing was miles better than Miss Tudis. And I don't know, I just felt like I felt more connected to Jules when she was giving her monologue. So I put Julesiana in.
But is it fashion?
I just wasn't sure. Like, her dancing was really good. I really liked her dancing for Susie's story, but like, this was not actually a paranormal story, right? It was like it was metaphorical, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just not sure that's like what you were supposed to be doing. Like, this was almost like too wholesome. Like, Drew, like you're saying, it's like after school special. And I wanted fucking Shada Hudson telling me about how there was a ghost and then her booty hurt and then she had sex with a ghost.
Yes.
That's what I wanted.
Yep. We love a Shada Hudson.
Yeah, because I have also had sexual relations with a ghost. So that's what I wanted from the story.
I also have. Yeah, me. Same.
Wait, no, have you?
No.
Oh. Okay, I had Jules also in B tier.
We can agree on that.
We can agree. I think Jules overall did better compared to Susie if you ignore the runways. Yeah, that's true. So Are we all we're all agreeing that Jules did better than Susie, even if it was a little like.
Oh. Okay, Orange. Is it a good memory or am I triggering you?
That sounds like Yoshida. Like, are you 100% sure it wasn't Yoshida?
All right, Jules. Sorry. Jules, this dress isn't ugly. Her face is ugly.
Yeah.
I think the maybe the wrap part of the dress is a little too low for my taste, but I don't think it's ugly. I think she dressed up like an 80s like nerdy girl that was trying to be beautiful and kind of pulled it off a little bit, but has braces.
Yeah. And that's kind of the problem with this runway is that like ugly dress is kind of so subjective. But
Yeah.
I do think that a lot of people use this as an excuse to kind of just wear whatever. And I think fully that Jules knew this is not an ugly dress and that this was not going to be perceived as ugly. It also doesn't fit her. I think this will get a nooch.
I'm going to go into the Newchington territory as well. Moi aussi, mademoiselle, je pense la même chose.
All right. Anya with the obsessed prompt. This was at least funnier, you know?
Yeah.
And the wigs that they had on were camp. Loved that they had these horrible wigs.
The wigs were high camp. They were terrible. And they like exactly matched their outfits, which was definitely Baltire. And see, I just feel like Anya hit it on the head. Like she had the level of kind of like the lesson that she pulled from it on top of the humor of the situation, meshed them really well together, and she just has a really, really good control of the stage. She's just that bitch. I mean, honestly, nobody did as well as her. I put her for this. I put her as
Slayana all day.
A Slayana, okay.
Who did better than Anya?
I don't think anybody did better than Anya. The story was not some sort of deep, my inner saboteur kind of. Well, I mean, it did actually kind of touch on that, but it was still lighthearted enough for like what you're expecting kind of from a drag show, or at least in this instance, because I think people went really like way too serious with it. Which is like, you always kind of have one person that goes too serious, but to have almost everybody kind of go for that was weird. And I also think her dancing was really good. And I think it's what was actually expected, because she was being really funny with Lexi, and Lexi's story was funnier because of the way that Anya was presenting it. So I had her an all right mama.
I mean, I'm just saying, maybe we should start curving the grade so that there's at least one.
We need to start doing this on a curve.
So that there's only at least one Slayana each week.
Okay, fine. We can Slayanify this.
Yes, Orange Mandarin, exactly. See, we need to Slayana ranking.
She was expressive, fun, and engaging, and all in this hideous yellow wig.
Nasty, nasty look.
I love it. Okay, and then Anya's ugly dress.
Honestly, I have not screeched and howled more than when she walked out onto this runway. I was like, this is the perfect idea. This is the ugliest fucking thing that I have seen. It is hilarious. It's stupid. It is Anya. It's going to make RuPaul laugh. You know it.
Yeah.
Those fucking talons. Oh my God. This blew me. Oh, I don't know whether we need to gross this or grease this or whatever we need to do with it. That's what it is.
I see what you're saying. Like, Mandarin, you were saying the point of this runway is to make you question whether you like it or not. And this look really encapsulates that, where it's like, is this ugly? Is this well done? It walks that line. I agree, though. Like, I do think this is kind of a costume.
Yeah. I didn't really think of that, but I don't care.
So I do think that this is one of my more favorite looks of the night. This is on the higher end. And I just like, why a turkey of all things? It's just like, why? That is so fucking weird. And I love that. Um, so I guess I'll gross it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if the gross is the right thing to do, that's what I'm gonna do too.
Yes. You hate turkeys. Okay, so
Wow.
Lexi's story was payback's a bitch. What did you think about this?
So this dynamic with Lexi and Anya proved to me internally, peacefully, homoerotically that Anya in any situation is going to win this crown over Lexi, in my opinion. I think the way that Anya is able to just turn it on, and this in particular, along with like the ad lib challenge, to me, this episode just kind of showed me that Lexi does not necessarily have that or have
Mm,
that as much as Anya does. Um, Now, I don't think the story made a lot of sense.
yep.
Um, I think it was chopped up, Frankenstein edited a little bit to try to make some more sense.
Mm.
Um, but I don't know. I did read that they did have teleprompters, so I don't know. It was so weird.
It didn't seem
I
finished.
Yeah, it didn't seem finished. I think Lexi did the absolute best out of everybody for the dance. I loved her. I thought she
Yes.
was funny, 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 and she really gave all of that. But there was like maybe even 2 notches down or 3 from Anya's performance, in my opinion. But I do have her in all right.
Yeah, the story was my biggest question mark here because the prompt was payback's a bitch, and then she doesn't do anything. Like I
Yeah,
wanted this weird, annoying person that said Lexi looks like a man to like get pooped on by a bird or something. You know, like the story
right.
was not satisfying in any way. It took the like moral high ground
Yeah.
and bordered on that like too serious thing again. But I agree that Lexi's dancing was the best. It was the highlight of this episode.
It's
And
really fun.
I'm annoyed now that she hasn't been in the bottom actually ever. Because I want to see her lip sync because like we have been robbed. There's been so many kind of lackluster lip syncs this season. Just imagine if
No,
Lexi had been in
no.
the bottom instead. Come on.
Come on. Shit. Come on. But
So I had her at All Right
maybe.
Mama.
All right, good. We agreed on that one.
Finally.
Bam. Hopefully we agree on the next
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bam.
ones too.
I'm curious about the next few here. All right, Lexi's ugly dress.
I don't think this is ugly, but I fucking love this. The silhouette's amazing. The cinched in waist is amazing. The wig is giving me La Grande Dame.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I love the way it flounced. This was like so good for me. I do see where she was like ugly dress, but like it's still like really fashiony to me, not gonna lie. I don't know to grease or gross. Whatever one's the best one for today. I love this.
Yeah. I mean, do you agree? Like, I'm not sure. But flounced? No, okay. I also wrote that this dress was very flouncy, literally in my
Yeah, it
notes.
was like,
So
ooh, it
we're
was
on
so
the same
good. The movement.
wavelength here. Um, if someone had made this in a design challenge, like they would have slayed that design challenge. It isn't necessarily ugly. I can kind of see the mix of colors and the kind of over the
Right.
topness being like, oh, it's ugly or whatever. But I don't know. It's kind of chic. And the little like leg warmers that she's wearing are super cute.
The
And the
bow
bow tie.
tie.
Yeah. Come on. I don't know. I guess like it's a
Grease.
grease because it's a good outfit.
Yes.
I don't think it is
Refreshing.
quite ugly enough.
Love it. Love it. Still love it.
Okay. So our next pair is up, starting off with Sam Starr with the triggered prompt.
Okay, so a little bit with this one too. This started to kind of show the cracks of her being a little green still, in my opinion. Just like with her monologue as well as the interpretive dance. I was like, she's stiff as fuck. Is there a padding issue going on here, or is it just me?
Like in the
Is it
legs
just
or
me?
what?
Yeah, I just felt like her padding looked weird, and then I realized that's kind of how it always looks, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, is it weird or is it just me? I don't know. I guess I digress. But I didn't really like this. I thought her dance was the worst of the night, to be honest. She
Hmm.
was very like, I don't know what the fuck interpretive dance is. She was given too many props. This gave me Disaster Arena on Dragula season 2 moments.
This is not Sam Starr in this moment.
Overall decision for me was
Drag
Dragolution.
Delusion, girl.
But yeah, I mean, like the story itself wasn't believable, and it was like once it started, you knew exactly where it was going. You know, like it was kind of a flop. The story, and I think the delivery, she's like almost there. I think she
Yeah.
could do well with spoken word type delivery, whatever, if she hones it in a little bit more, because she's done really well. Like the roast challenge, her pacing was really good, and I think she kind of needed to
Yeah.
bring that in over here. But yeah, the
Agreed.
dancing was not incredible. She looks beautiful. Like her eyes are so just stunning. She has such a beautiful smile, but it was really stiff. It was giving like, you know, when you have a nightmare that you're like in a dance studio and you're doing a recital and you forgot your choreo.
Never had that dream. That would never happen to me.
Well, that's what this was giving me. I had her in C tier.
C tier, wrong. It's D. Okay, I hated this. Can we just start there? I didn't
Yeah.
like this at all.
She knew this wasn't ugly. She literally went into Trinity's closet and just picked out the dress she liked the least and said, okay, this will be ugly. And it's not. And she knows it's not. And for that, she gets an F for me.
Well, you know what? I kind of do think it's ugly. I'm not gonna lie. I think it fits weird. It's weird that it's 2 pieces. I think the hips look strange. I don't like the headpiece. This is clearly not something she does often. I was not happy with this.
She should have just snagged Lydia's short shorts look, where she's like got her skin shorts or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Food tips.
No. So this is a gross or agree. It's bad. Okay, this is bad.
Yeah,
Whichever
I would
one.
say bad. Whichever one's not good this evening.
Yes. Yeah, this is normal for a drag race look. For real. She knows better. Okay. Lana Ray had the prompt lost for her story.
Yeah, I would have just done something funny and talked about the show Lost or something, because this was stupid.
We have to go back to the island.
I guess she was slightly better in the dancing part than Sam was.
Yeah.
I just think that she's much more comfortable doing that. Other than that, her voice is super monotone, so it was hard to like follow along and be engaged. Like it was the exact opposite of what Anya had.
Yes.
I thought this was also
Drag
bad.
Delusion, girl.
Yeah, she looks stunning. Although I don't know how I feel about the eyebrows.
I was gonna say, why are her eyebrows so dusty?
Yeah, she's trying to do like blonde eyebrows. I don't like this trend. But
Yeah, I don't know.
it was really cheesy, and it wasn't funny. And I think that they thought it was supposed to be serious or something. And it didn't work. But her dancing was pretty good. Definitely way better than Sam, like leagues better than Sam on the dancing. I actually kind of liked Lana's dancing, but it
Orange
just
Mandarin, I think that's how she talks. I think that's how a lot of younger people talk nowadays. They put like this inflection at the end of everything they say, and it's like it comes off as if they're trying to be funny, or it almost sounds like they're asking you questions, but it's not really questions. And I'm like, are you a human fucking being?
they're all just have like TikTok AI voice.
The iPad babies
Oh no, not the iPad babies.
on this
Okay,
one.
I had her in
Cut
Cut
your
Your
fucking
Wigs
wigs up.
because her dancing was better than Sam's.
Yeah.
We're getting down to it, you guys. We only have 6 queens left.
Yeah, I know, and I'm ready for this finale. I really am.
Yeah.
Not that the season's been too long, but like this season is paling in comparison to last season.
Yeah. It's crazy because I
Kind
feel
of.
like it started off really strong.
It kind of did. Yeah, it had a good start.
All right, Lana's look. I was kind of gagged because at first I was like, oh, this is just a recreation. And I was like, wait, no, bitch, this is
It
the
is.
dress. Like, that's
It's
awesome.
the dress. So okay, so that's your stance on it, is that it's that you think it's awesome.
I like that she has it and that she did a reference. And it is really fucking ugly and I hate this dress. So,
Yeah, I mean, I half feel like it's a cop out, but this show is also so self-referential at this point that it's
mhm.
like it feels like it's not like a strike against her. I would have preferred to see something different, but I'm not gonna like give her any demerits. Um, it it's ugly. It fits the theme. It's kind of funny in a little bit, so I'll give her a pass on this one.
Was this a design challenge look? Like, I don't remember
No,
why the
this was
fuck was she
Candy's.
wearing it? Was the pockets look, wasn't it?
This was Candy's like top 5 look, or like 6 or something like
Ugh.
that.
Yeah. God, this look is so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess this gets a gross in a good way from me.
a gross in a good way.
But it is kind of
Check.
a missed opportunity, like to see her, like to show her creativity a little bit more and make a better connection rather than just a self-referential kind of
Yeah,
stuff. But I still kind of like it. Yeah, she did just do
yeah.
that Naomi Campbell look where she was also kind of copying somebody. So
Pedestrian.
yeah, I mean,
Do the Naomi Campbell.
so
Naomi Campbell.
were the girlies online upset that she's like wearing really?
Yeah, the girlies online were like, "Why are you reusing this? I don't want to see it." Which I get. I think it's a
Yeah.
very valid thing. All right. So our tops. Who are they?
Our tops are Lexi Love and Anya Nerve because
Yeah.
Suzanne Tudis and Jules were safe.
Yep. So Lana and Sam are in the bottom. So we have Lana in the bottom for what, the 4th time now?
Yeah. Well, also
And
Anya and Lexi double winned.
oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Durr.
Which is
Double
Anya getting her
wins.
4th win.
4th fucking win. There's still a challenge winner 2 up there for grabs.
Piggy,
Mama,
piggy,
what if she
piggy.
wins 5? What if she wins fucking challenge?
That'd be so
Isn't that gonna be
fucking
wild?
awesome.
Weird. A double wind. And okay, so here's my thing.
I'm ready.
So going into the lip sync before I watched it, I'm like, Sam just has to not pass away and she'll win this lip sync.
Right.
I did not expect Lana to fight that hard and do that fucking well. I honestly did not know if RuPaul was going to save her again. Like, I could see this as a double save because and the reason why it was so surprising to me was because we have, like you said earlier this stream, all of the lip sync songs have been kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
They've been a little bit slow. They've been a little bit like mid-tempo. Bitch, this was the song she needed. If the track records were different, if this was an earlier lip sync in the season and Lana had not been in the bottom 4 times, I would have expected Sam to go home.
I think you're right that track record kind of played a larger role here because by no means did Sam kept up fairly well. There was a minute there where I was like, okay, this is like, this could be anybody's game right now because this is such a good song for a lip sync. Like, finally we have a really nice up-tempo song with like good drops, good moments to do this like goofy shtick as well.
Yes.
It was really close and I just did not know. I genuinely was like, shit, is Sam about to go home right now?
That right there, look at that.
I know.
Like, her movement, her wig, bitch looked flawless.
She looked great. And the like death drop, they both did the drop at the same moment.
It was so good. Like, what a good way to go out though. Like, if you see the writing on the wall, you know you're not going to survive your 4th lip sync. go out that way. And she
Yeah.
did a great job.
And her exit line in tears saying, well, is the bus still running, was just,
It was
I
it was
definitely
like
warmed
sobbing.
up to Lana Jarre as the season went on. And it was definitely her time to go,
Yeah,
but she did it.
but at least she gave us
Was
that great
sad.
lip sync at the end.
She did. And we finally have makeovers next week.
Yeah, and I think it's families.
It is,
Like their
yes, family
family.
members.
Did you see?
See Anya
Okay, so in
like scream
Yes,
crying.
the screen-
There you have it. Okay, so you guys, Joshita sent me literally 80 TikToks, and then some maybe, because there's some other ones on here that like I have not seen.
I replied to. Let me go over this way.
So we're gonna watch all these TikToks together. You guys have to let me know what you think.
Sesame. Big range energy.